So let's try to build up an empathy map. And we're building an empathy map for a persona called Hungry Harshita, who somehow looks like Richa. I don't know why. Very vague resemblance, very strong resemblance, actually. How is that, Richa? How does Harshita resemble you so much?
I changed my name. You changed my name.
I changed your name because I like, how would we, if we had to use an alliterative name for this persona, what would go with Richa?
I don't know. I don't think I can answer that question.
We'll have to look up a thesaurus. You'll have to be Shashi Tharoor to answer that question. Let's not try that. That's not our core skill. Anyway, for empathy maps or for any kind of persona building tool, we did say that you should have some user research. Obviously, for the problem that we're going to talk to you about, we have zero user research. So, Richa,
so acting like a customer.
You're proxying for a customer right now because we've not done any customer interviews.
Also because I happen to use the product that we're going to talk about. So yeah, maybe I can be of help in filling some of this out.
Yep. And so the product that we are talking about, what's the product?
So let's choose Swiggy. I order from Swiggy pretty regularly. I stay alone, and yeah, let's see.
My handwriting is so bad, so I'm going to write this again.
Read that.
All right. So Swiggy, just in case you don't know what Swiggy is, it's a food ordering app, and we are hoping that Richa has a lot of information for us to construct a persona for a Swiggy user. Okay, so let's see. I'm again, in this case, we've gone through the user interviews. So tell me, and I can start putting in stickies in the right place for that.
I am hungry. When I go back home, I generally order at the time when, let's say, my cook is on leave, or I'm between cooks, right? And it's generally for dinner. And I, like, my basic thing is to just get order as quickly as possible. I don't really care about looking for the cheapest meal online, but yes, I do care about like healthy, balanced diet kind of a meal.
Okay. So you're looking for healthy food. And is that, I mean, are you generally not fond of cooking, or is it just that you don't have time for cooking? What is it?
So I happen to be like, I can cook, but when I go home, it's generally like 7ish. I don't feel like cooking. If I was in a regular habit, I could. But I am not the kind of person who, people talk about cooking as a therapy. I just don't feel that. Like I can cook, and I think I cook decently well, but it's kind of like a draining activity for me. It's not a very I'm rejuvenated after I've cooked a meal.
Okay, so you get drained in the process of cooking. Okay.
I think can cook will come and say and do, right?
Yeah, that's what you say that you can do. That's correct. And then, how do you choose where do you get your food from?
I enter my location because I think, and I sort it by delivery time mostly. and I get very disappointed when I'm in the process and suddenly a restaurant is unavailable. Like my favorite restaurant is not serving anymore, or it's taking a lot of time. Uh, so yeah, what else? I usually pick cuisines and whatever restaurants fall into that cuisine, I then like choose a dish from there.
All right. So you usually look for specific cuisines. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Like at the granularity of, let's say, Italian, Chinese, Indian, and so on.
Okay. Got it. All right. And what else? What else would we want to know about this alter ego of yours? Actually, it's not even an alter ego, it's you.
What else? I think some of the painful things is when the delivery is taking too long and it's raining. And I stay in an area which is a little farther away, so all the good restaurants are not accessible to me. I recently shifted from a very prime area in Pune to an area which is kind of on the outskirts of Pune. And yeah, I miss the restaurants which were near my area.
So what pain point does Swiggy actually fulfill for you, which calling a restaurant won't fulfill?
I think all options are the same place, right? Otherwise, I will have to go look for a particular restaurant, call them, order, and then they give a lot of discounts.
Right. Okay, so you do end up being short on time, right? Because that's probably what drives the fact that you need something like Swiggy. Is that fair to say?
Short on time and still being cost effective. Like I wouldn't probably pay 700 a meal every day. Sometimes, but
yeah. And is there anything other than just cuisine or delivery time that that usually will drive your decision of where you order your food from?
I think location, because not all the restaurants in Pune are serving where I stay. So
Okay.
yeah, for me, I think these three things.
Okay. All right. So and does for example a review or what your friends say, does that kind of matter to you in terms of selecting a restaurant?
Yeah, but I don't think we've talked about that. I just happen to find myself like a lot of these restaurants.
Okay.
But once I find something, I want to keep ordering from the same restaurants again and again.
Okay. Okay. Anything else that needs to go into this empathy map? We could keep adding, but I guess the idea was to give everyone a feel of how they could fill out an empathy map. What else would you add to this?
Yeah, I think let's say what matters to me is, I think we can put that just to give an example of what things would come in here is Things like if somebody says a restaurant is not hygienic, I would definitely not order from that restaurant, because let's say that is something that matters to me. So in that way, I get influenced a lot. And if somebody is advocating about what else? I'm a vegetarian, so good vegetarian meals is again something that I look for. Good options. Yeah.
Okay, so you look for the green dot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What else?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The idea is just to give like a small feeling of how empathy map could look like. And I think what we can also do is we have Swiggy customers around us.
Yeah.
So one of the ideas would just be to actually go and speak to your colleagues who order from Swiggy and try to build a persona. If you already do not have something that you can use on your project right away.
Yeah, it could be Swiggy, it could be Zomato, it could be, it doesn't even have to be a food ordering service, right? It could be a service that you use quite a bit, or a product that you use quite a bit, and you have friends who you know use that product or service quite a bit, and you can try to take a step back and build a persona on the back of that information, of that product or the service.
Yeah.
So that could be a really interesting exercise. Okay, so that was Hungry Harshita, Richa's alter ego who uses Swiggy. We hope you found this video useful, and now we can go to the